Hello my dear fashion lovers, I'm delighted to welcome you back to the Brandibay fashion channel. Today we're going to discover together the Givenchy Fall Winter 2026 fashion show presented during Paris Fashion Week, under the direction of Sarah Burton. From the very opening, the atmosphere sets the tone. The circular set, designed like a giant zoetrope, creates an almost hypnotic staging. The silhouettes appear gradually, like portraits revealing themselves one after another, and I find that this completely changes the way we experience the show. It's not just a simple sequence of looks, but rather a gallery of characters, each expressing a different emotion. Very quickly, the collection asserts its richness through a particularly refined mix of materials. We see menswear fabrics combined with velvet, animal prints, kimono-inspired silks, as well as lace and dints embroidery sometimes highlighted with silver threads. What stands out to me here is this balance between structure and opulence, restraint and expression. Nothing feels random, yet nothing appears rigid. Tailoring clearly forms the backbone of the show. The opening look, with a perfectly cut tuxedo worn under a masculine coat, immediately establishes a strong silhouette. Spencer jackets, fitted at the waist and extended with sculptural peplums, appear throughout the collection, structuring the looks with precision. At the same time, this sense of control interacts with more fluid pieces, such as bias-cut velvet dresses or enveloping coats that bring a more intimate feeling. What I particularly appreciate is this ability to bring different energies together within a single silhouette. A narrow leather skirt can be paired with a textured knit, creating a very interesting contrast between strength and softness. There's a clear intention to build a complete wardrobe capable of expressing multiple facets of femininity. At certain moments, the collection shifts towards something more pictorial. An evening dress, constructed like a true artistic composition, appears almost painted directly onto the fabric. The layering, textures, and material effects create the impression of a moving canvas. And I find that this is where Sarah Burton's vision becomes especially powerful, because the garment goes beyond its function to become a form of expression. This artistic dimension is also reflected in the styling. Scarves transformed into sculptural turbans evoke classical portraiture, with a certain softness in the way they frame the face. It adds an almost timeless quality to the show, as if some silhouettes had stepped out of a painting. We also notice a very personal approach in the choice of materials. The integration of references such as a vintage kimono or a jacquard drawn from the house archives creates a connection between past and present. It gives the collection additional depth, almost narrative, without ever falling into nostalgia. Towards the end, the show reinforces this idea of emotional layering. The silhouettes move between structure and fluidity, protection and sensuality. And rather than trying to resolve these contrasts, Sarah Burton chooses to fully embrace them. This is what makes the collection feel particularly alive. Among the strengths, we can highlight the richness of the materials, the precision of the cuts, and the ability to build silhouettes that are both strong and nuanced. On the other hand, some more elaborate looks may feel slightly less readable, but this remains subtle and does not take away from the overall coherence. In the end, this Givenchy Fall Winter 2026 show presents a vision that is both intimate and ambitious, where each silhouette becomes an expression of emotion, texture, and memory. I'll now let you fully enjoy the show. Thank you for being here, and feel free to share your thoughts in the comments. Take care, and see you very soon on Brandibay Fashion.